So I got two beams here to make my 6x12 that I need. Beautiful 12, 5 5/8. So what I got here is I have a 7-incher and a 5-incher. And that way there I got my full 12 inches. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to laminate them together. So got my glue, got my scrapers, got my clamps, got my Red Bull. Oh, I finished my Red Bull. Put it in the garbage can. Always put your garbage in the garbage can. Whether you're in the bush or whether you're in a town, a city, a village, I don't care. Clean up after yourself, people. There's no reason to make a litter, a complete dump of our homeland. Stop it. Stop it. Bad. Put that stuff in the garbage. Take it out to a landfill site when you get a chance to. I already scraped these, but I'm going to give them a quick brooming. Brooming with the B is in Bob. There it is. Here's my broom with the B with the Bob. So what I'm doing is just cleaning any loose debris, sawdust that's on it. Same thing on the inside. So it'll be this. Once I flip it back over, I'll be gluing this section to the side of this section. Get my glue. My Gorilla Glue. The Gorilla Glue that needs the tip cleaning. Always make sure your tip is debris free. There we go. I'm just going to go all the way down on the one edge. Do a loop. Come all the way back. I'm going within an inch of the actual edge itself with my bead of glue. Now I'm going to just W between the two beads. I'm going to do a sine wave pattern. I really don't need to glue them, but it doesn't hurt. I really don't need to glue them because it doesn't hurt though. But once I clamp these and I nail them, they ain't coming apart. Push the tip down, clean up all that excess, so it's ready to go next time you need it to go. Where do I clean my fingers off? right on the wood. Just kind of flip it towards you a bit just so you can see the glue pattern I did. See that? Beautiful. I don't know if you can see it, I hope you can. And now, I'm going to clamp these two babies together. Using the clamps of the actual wood mill itself. Nice clamping, nice and flush. Now I'll put my Bessie clamps on the top end where I see gaps, but I'm not really seeing any gaps, but I'm going to put them in there anyways. There you go. Glued. And about to be screwed. Turn it on. It's on. Beautiful. These are 30 degrees that I'm using these nails. Load them in. I don't know if you can see. Load them in. Pull back the cock. Let it go. I'm just towing these together, and I'm just going to put a few on this side, not because I feel I have to, because I want to. Remember, this is not a how-to video. This video is how I do it. If you don't like the way I'm doing it, make your own video. A how-to video. Oh, this is so beautiful, this thing. Best investment ever, ever. And just like that, that side's done. So now I'm going to flip it around and get the other side. amount of nails that I put in there, I could take these clamps off early. I can see that there's no gapping whatsoever. At these sides, these are just for my foundation footing. All my subfloor is going to be built on top of these. I'm going to roll it around. See? Don't want to roll it down and hit my bestie clamp. Rinse and repeat. Clamp. Clamp. Beautiful. What I'm doing is I'm clamping it now, and I know I put it tight enough, but I can now see the glue just coming up, just making an appearance now in that crack. So that means I've clamped it together enough for the clamping to pressure for the glue to slip up. So I'm making a solid connection now between the two pieces. Well, that's just lovely. I'll bring these because we know I'm going to need them probably around there. Wrong. Not yet. And that's it. That was close. That's another beam down. And that's another beam down. Now I'm going to cart it, bring it up to the foundation up there, throw it in. I think I got 6 or 7 more to go. Then my foundation beams are done. Thank God. Thank the universe. Thank anybody who participated. Thanks for everybody who's watching. And thanks, Kaya. Right, girl? She's a good girl. That squeezing I got out of them after I put those nails in, the gap didn't even open. They're ready to go. Now, if anybody's wondering, I use a lot of nails, yes. Right now I'm paying 3 cents a nail. I can do better. But even if it was just regular nails, then I had to sit there and swing and be like, oh my God, I need ice on my shoulder. I need tea tree oil and castor oil. I guess what I'll try to do is, as much as I can do this build without having to refer to Barbara O'Neill's remedies to make myself feel better after, the better for me. So Barbara O'Neill, I love you. And when I end up having some injuries or I end up feeling sore, I'm flipping through your book of wonders. But every time that I get a chance to do things smartly, letting the machine do the more work, I'm all for it. I really am. And I'm sure she'd probably have something to say about that Red Bull that I drank. Maybe I'll edit that out just so Barbara O'Neill has more respect for me. On that note, maybe we'll do a video later on today, possibly tomorrow, of I'll go down to the natural spring over here and I'll get some water. And you want to see a beautiful, beautiful, beautiful spring. Wow. Spectacular. The water just so cold, just so beautiful, so refreshing. And I'll tell you, watch the there's a documentary out, The Healing of Water, or just Water. It's a really good documentary about positive energies and sounds, how the water forms crystals and actually has healing properties. So talking nice to your water before you drink it, believe it or not, they say, actually enhances the water's purities for cleansing you and for helping you live, you know, being life, you know, itself. Just, it helps cleanse life. Water is life. Natural, beautiful spring. Hey, if you're gonna drink, come and take a drink over here, Ty. Over here. Over here. Go drink in there. You want to drink? Go drink over there. Doesn't get any more fresher, more cleaner, more beautiful spring water than this. Okay. You get your fill or what? So now, that thing, one complete. Right now it's 10 foot 7 inches is what I have this for length. I only need it to be 120 inches. I have them 127. And the reason why I'm doing that is just, it's a little bit of an ounce of insurance. So that way when I do cut them and I cut them off flush and I join them together, and I have an idea what I might do later, and I'll show it in further videos of what I'm going to do for all. I'm going to be butting them together right on the actual saddles itself on my 22 inch by 22 inch pillars that I poured. And yeah, so this is going on top of that. So all those pillars are, all these are going to be going that way, that way, that way. And then my 30 foot by 40 foot subfloor will be built right directly on top of these. And that's why I decided to go with 12 inch. It's good, it's solid, and it's going to take way more weight than the cabin that I'm building. It's always good to go more than. Being a foundation specialist that I am, you always want to just, you know, give that safety factor. Sometimes they go 1.5, sometimes they go 2.5. I think I went like a 5 times safety factor the way I'm going to build this. Why? Because it's going to be structurally sound. And I'm building up here on rock. This is the top of the mountain itself, the highest point in the land, in the area here anyways. I'm at 333 meters, 334. So the wise old man built his house upon a rock, and his house stayed firm and strong. Remember, it's an old song growing up in Sunday school. Sorry. Remember this old song growing up in Sunday school. And The wise old man built his house on a rock. Kind of goes like that. Then the fool of a man built his house in the sand, and his house came tumbling down. Took a lot of thought. You know, it's like, why didn't I got some ponds and some rivers, not a massive river, but a big enough river that I could easily put a canoe in and get into the larger rivers that are around here and pretty much connect to any lake I want to. There's a couple thought waves behind that. One is you build on the lake. Well, here in northern Ontario, we know that the mosquitoes are bad. So if I'm near water, the mosquitoes are going to be worse. Two is when you're usually near water, it usually means that your foundation isn't as great, because you usually got a lot more clays and stuff like that that you would have to deal with. So I decided, you know what, I'm going to go on the highest part of it. No, my cabin's not going to be overlooking, a beautiful lake or anything like that. But the scenery that I have being up here on top of the world, it's just absolutely stunning. I have white pines that are all over my property. I've walked into some of them already that are, oh geez, and I'll take a measuring tape and I'll show this, but they're 65, 70 inches across. That's massive. That's crazy. I couldn't touch my hands across from end to end of how wide these white pines are. And I look now and I can see them like just above the canopy here, and it's just amazing. I did a drone footage. I had my nephew come out, and he was running his drone, and I got him to fly over my property and show just to show the scenery itself, and it's just absolutely stunning. So if you have a chance, take a look at that. You'll see a drone footage of the property, and you'll see what I'm talking about by the massive white pines that are just towering above the canopy itself, and they're just huge. They're beautiful. So anyways, gonna get this over there, gonna go and fall a few more trees, start milling them up here on the Norwood, because I got 6, 7, at least 7 more anyways to do, and then footing's done. Yeah.